Hello Capricorn, and welcome to your reading for the week of February 20 through 26, 2024. Apologies, this is a little late this week for reasons that I talk about on both my Instagram page for this transition life coaching and also on the Facebook page, so you can check there for more details. This is a reading for you if you are a Capricorn Sun, Capricorn Moon, Capricorn Rising, or have some other significant Capricorn placement in your chart. If you're new to the channel, welcome. It's good to have you. And if you're returning to the channel, welcome back. In both cases, I do hope that this is a good reading that resonates with you and is helpful to you this week. If you do like this video, please hit the thumbs up. Do consider leaving a comment and also subscribing to the channel if you have not already, and hit the notification bell. I will be changing probably the times that I do these readings just because I'm finding it's just too much to keep up with other stuff going on right now. So I will, so at least that way, if you've subscribed and hit the bell, you'll know when a new reading is coming out. I might move back to every 2 weeks instead of every week, just because I'm finding that doing 12 weekly with everything else I have going on is getting to be a bit hectic. So, and I've had other issues coming in my life that have kind of gotten in the way a bit. So I don't want to stop doing these, but I also might have to adjust the schedule. So just so you know. The description below has links to my website, to my social media, so you can check down there below for any of that information. And if you're not familiar with how I do things on this channel, is I use a horoscope spread, which is the 12 houses of astrology, and so that's going to be the basis of how I interpret the cards. Like, I'll interpret them with respect to the position, the house position. And I use the cartouche deck. That is my main deck that I use. And I always will clarify the reading with a tarot deck. And this week I am using the, well, this is called Tarot Classic. I mean, that's what my thing says. But this is actually a version of the Tarot of Marseille. So if you look that up, it's the French place, Marseille. Then you will find it if that deck is interesting to you. And then we're going to do an oracle reading from the Wisdom of the Tao Oracle with Mei Jing Liu. I will pull a card from that. Okay, so let's begin at the beginning. First house, Aries energy. This is you, your personality, how you present yourself to the world, how you want people to see you. And you have Thoth with the Queen of Swords. So, okay, Capricorn, Queen of Swords is somebody who's, somebody certainly who has very high standards. Somebody who may be a little bit cool and a little bit detached. Maybe you're more in a space of feeling like, like just the facts, please. There's definitely a sense of emotional distance with this card. Maybe you've had it with somebody, you're fed up with something, a situation, and you're kind of just taking a very more of a detached approach to things. Now we have this with Thoth. So Thoth is a card of it's connected a lot of times to not only to karma but to spiritual healing in this particular deck. I mean, Thoth can also have to do with medicine. It can have to do with law. It can have to do with writing. Okay, all of these things are connected to Thoth. But I think that you are, I feel like there may be just changes. I think you feel like it's time for a change. Okay, that's the way I'm interpreting Thoth. You may be going through a healing process yourself. And as a result, I think you're looking for clarity and you're looking for directness in dealing with people. You don't want the kind of the runaround and the manipulation. I feel like there's a directness here, and this may be related to some kind of spiritual healing or something that's happening in your life right now, some kind of inevitable change, let's say, that may be occurring. Because there are changes that we can personally affect, and then there's things that seem to just happen and we have to respond to them. Okay, second house is Taurus energy. This has to do with your finances mostly. Can have to do with your values, your possessions as well. You have Hathor here, so this is Taurus card in the Taurus house, which is very good. It's kind of an Empress vibe to Hathor. So this could be, monies that come from a mother or from a mother situation. Connected to a mother, this can also just have to do with monies that come in maybe through doing something that we usually associate with the domestic sphere. Like somebody who does sewing or fashion for a living, or somebody who deals in aesthetics, massage, but also, facials, hairdressing, that kind of stuff. Could be money that's made from that, sometimes shows up here. If that's not where your money is coming from, then this could also just be the idea that you need to get organized and perhaps, get your books in order. Okay, I feel like there could be an element of that here as well. We do have the Knight of Swords here as well. So Knight of Swords suggests to me this always has the message for me of, think before you act, because sometimes we may have a knee-jerk reaction to some kind of financial situation and decide to do something that later on we say, oh, gee, I should have waited for more information. I shouldn't have done that. So there may be messages coming in. This is usually messages that are coming in very, very fast with connection to something. So do make sure whatever's happening that you are taking time to think about what comes in and don't make any rash decisions. Third house is Gemini energy. This is about communications, messages that are coming in. If you're in your own business, this is the house of self-effort. It can have to do with short trips, short travel to places that are close by, and also to brother-sister relationships, sibling relationships. So we have Sirius with the Seven of Wands. Okay, so Sirius definitely indicates this idea of taking the rough with the smooth. There could be some things that have been a bit taxing or enduring, whether this has to do with your business, whether this has to do with, with something in a family situation, like between siblings, or if it just is, more generally, you're getting messages that you feel like you have to, be kind of contending with. It doesn't necessarily mean that everything is bad. It's more like it's a mixture of things that are maybe good and bad, at least, subjectively speaking. But oftentimes Sirius would indicate a need to think outside the box. There's strong Aquarian energy connected to this. So you may be trying to look more to the future. Actually, Sirius energy, when I think about it, may have a lot to do with AI and things like that. So I don't know if that is a factor in something that you're doing. Maybe you're thinking about bringing it into your business or thinking about how to use certain technologies in a certain way. That's also a possibility here. Now, with the Seven of Wands, though, you may be actually somebody who's resistant to that, because Seven of Wands is like, I'm standing my ground. I'm staying where I'm at. For some reason, I feel like there's a reluctance to change or to take another viewpoint. You feel like there may be a need to defend yourself. Maybe you feel like you're being criticized or judged by somebody, and maybe you're feeling like, well, no, too bad. This is where I'm at. And I feel like there's almost a tension here. So this literally might be saying that if you are in business and you're feeling stuck, but you also don't feel like you're doing it right, okay, which you're not necessarily doing it wrong, by the way. But it is saying that you may not want to be totally resistant to new ways of thinking about something. Now, if you're not in your own business, again, this does seem to be a situation where you are standing your ground, but that it might be, it's, that we can, it does seem to be a situation where you may be hanging on to a certain point of view, but it may be suggesting that while you don't necessarily have to totally give up on your point of view, you may want to think outside the box a little bit. Okay, fourth house. This is Sirius. Gosh, sorry. I literally have messages flashing in. I'm recording this on my phone, and I'm like, people stop messaging me right now. I was just getting myself distracted. So anyway, sorry. Fourth house, Cancer energy. This is about the home, the family, your sense of security. Can also have to do with the mother. Okay, and we have Osiris with the star. So I feel like, home is where the heart is right now, okay? The star definitely has to do with this energy of feeling, well, there could be a vulnerability there. You could be feeling like you kind of want to take some time out. You want to cocoon yourself a little bit. I mean, Osiris definitely is not a change of home here. There's definitely a sense of staying put, putting down roots with Osiris, being in control of a situation. I mean, there's strong father energy connected to this card too, although this is not the house of the father. That's the opposite one, which is the 10th house. But there is, so I don't know if a father it has to do with the situation or is providing some kind of support or comfort. But nonetheless, there does seem to be, the star is a wish card and definitely has to do with new opportunities and new possibilities, sometimes coming up after we've been through a tower moment, which in the tarot would be, a crisis, and that now we're kind of at a point where the storm is past and we can see hope and possibility again. That's the energy of the star. So take that as it resonates for you this week. Fifth house is Leo energy, so this is creativity, children, love affairs. This can also have to do with recreation. Okay, now something interesting here, and I'm also looking ahead to the 7th house here. You've got double aces here, and here you have the scarab. So for somebody watching this who's Capricorn, there is definitely new love, okay? Whether this is somebody you're already involved with or somebody who's coming in. Both of these, definitely 2 aces, because this is the other relationship house. New love. Now, the person could potentially be, could be another Capricorn like yourself. I mean, because this is Capricorn energy here in the 7th house. And yeah, this definitely indicates something new. Now, if a new relationship is not on the table for you, then what this would be saying is, there could be some kind of new creative opportunity or something new connected to a child. Maybe somebody's having a child, although this is not particularly the energy of having children. Like, they're not particularly cards that are connected to that. That could be the case for somebody, just because this is the house of children. There's definitely this idea of something new. And this, whatever it is, like this has to do with a project and not a person, then this is definitely something that's going to bring a lot of emotional satisfaction. So some nice new beginnings here. And yeah, I'm just going to jump ahead to the 7th house here, the Libra house, which is about your legalized relationship. So this would be more like a love affair. This would be more like marriage. Can also have to do with business partnerships and things like that. And for some of you, this could literally be a new business partnership. That might be what we're dealing with here. I mean, these houses might be connected, and for some people, they might not be. This could be a new creative project. This could be a new business partner, or building up something new, because Ta is the master craftsman. So it could be about building some kind of a new relationship. And the Ace of Wands generally has more. I mean, it definitely is a card of passion, but it can also be a card, I feel wands are connected more to business affairs and those kinds of projects. So this could also be a new business relationship. Could be one of each. Maybe for some of you, you're having new love and a new business relationship. So take that as it resonates. If you're already married and there are no other kinds of partnerships, then definitely it may seem like you and your partner may be embarking on some kind of a new project together or something. Okay, 6th house, we'll go back to Virgo energy. This has to do with health. Has to do with jobs, so this is the house of service, and also has to do with worries and anxieties. You have the Queen of Wands with air, so some of you are looking to change jobs. Okay, this is a card of change, and we have it with the Queen of Wands. Now, whether or not this is you or whether this is somebody else, Queen of Wands is somebody who's very, very fiery, very ambitious. Not everybody's cup of tea, okay? Some people, Queen of Wands energy feels too intense, but this is definitely somebody who is admired, who is recognized, who is confident. Hopefully this is you, but if not, this could be somebody around you. Maybe this is a person who's bringing a message or bringing some kind of a change connected to work, or maybe even to something you've been worried about. If health is an issue, I feel like, or if you've been not feeling well, now again, I'm with the caveat that I am not a doctor, and if you are not feeling well, do not listen to a tarot reader, go to a doctor. But I feel if like there's been some general sense of feeling drained, I feel like whatever's going on, this would be saying that would pass, and this indicates a very strong and vital energy. So that would be good news if you're just sort of generally feeling under the weather. But again, if you feel like there's regardless, I mean, if there's something that's persisting there, then, this could be saying it's going to be a passing thing. But if it's not proving to be the case, most definitely see a doctor. But generally speaking, this would be, if you had health concerns, this is a very good omen. Because air takes, for lack of better phrasing, it takes the seriousness out of something. It sort of says, take a lighter look at it, So sometimes, and it can just be something that's quick, like, oh, I'm going to have a cold and, I'm sick for a week and then I'm fine. I mean, it could be something that's fast moving or something like that, or a virus that comes through really quick. But I generally don't get the feeling of sickness here. I feel like this has more to do potentially with a job situation, or perhaps just something you've been worried about. But this definitely looks good. It definitely seems to indicate communications. There is a need to detach and kind of lighten up with certain situations. And whether this is you or somebody else, there's definitely this sense of ambition, visibility, determination to move forward with things. Very good energy here, really. So let's skip the 7th house since we did it, and we're going to go to the 8th. This is Scorpio energy. Okay, and Scorpio is about transformations and potentially other people's money as well. Okay, we have the 3 of Swords here, so there does seem to be an ending or a separation from somebody. So that's interesting, because we're seeing this separation and this ending, but we're also seeing these new beginnings. And indeed, you have the winged disc, which seems to indicate even if something has ended, no worries, everything's going to be fine. Winged disc indicates overcoming obstacles, being able to surmount problems. So I feel like even if there has been some kind of a loss or sorrow, I feel like maybe this is something you have finished working through. Maybe that's why you have this Queen of Swords energy in the 1st house. Maybe this connects to a financial arrangement, because we do have this Knight of Swords opposite in the 2nd house. So there may be some situation that maybe you're feeling you're reacting to. But even if there's a loss, whether it's a financial partnership, whether it's a person, whether it's a disconnect with somebody in your network, whatever you're letting go of that maybe you have sorrow about, no worries. Things are going to be fine. So that's really good. That's a really good omen. 9th house is Sagittarius. This has to do with Jupiter energy. It's expansive. So has to do with higher education or just, expanding your knowledge and learning in general. It can have to do with educational institutions. It can have to do with religious institutions or anything connected to spirituality or belief. So we have so we have that, and then also long distance travel. That's the other thing that be connected, and sometimes legal matters as well. We have the twins with the Magician here. Okay, so this is a partnership with somebody. This could be a partnership in something dealing with education. It could have to do with a mentorship, like a student-teacher kind of a thing. It can also mean traveling at a distance for a relationship or for somebody. Like you might be dealing with somebody who is at a distance from you. But whatever it is, whether you're seeing this as like a spiritual mentor, whether this is an educational thing, or whether you're the person mentoring somebody else, it can go any of those ways. We have something here with the Magician. So the Magician is about manifesting. So this is about collaborating with somebody else in one of these areas, okay? Either it's somebody from far away or somebody connected to your beliefs or to your education or to learning something. Magician is definitely about, taking steps towards making something happen. A lot of manifestation is just putting the work in. Even if some of the work you do doesn't go anywhere, nonetheless, it tells the universe that you're moving in this direction. And I do feel like whatever this change is here, there's going to be somebody else involved, or there's somebody who's another person who's a component to this. Whether that connects to love, education, business, it'll vary depending. But that's the insinuation there. Okay, 10th house is Capricorn energy. This is about your career, fame, reputation. Can also have to do with the father. It's basically what you are leaving the world, your legacy to the world. And we have the Ankh with the 4 of Wands. Okay, this is good. So there's a strong marriage feel to this, actually, because 4 of Wands can be a card of marriage, and Ankh is certainly a card of love. And again, we do have this new love omen here. So maybe there is somebody you're working with or building something in terms of a career as well, who's also maybe a romantic partner, but it doesn't have to be that. It can also mean that you are about to, this can be a kind of gateway card. Usually it's shown with the 4 wands, kind of almost in an 11-11 fashion. And the idea is that's a gateway to be passed through. Like you have accomplished something and you are in a good, secure, stable situation, but now you're ready to move on to the next level. And this next level may be more towards what you love. Like maybe you've been doing a lot of things that are, not quite. Maybe you've been focused more on making money, or maybe you've been focused more on doing something entry level, like building up your skills. And now I feel like you're at a point where you can pursue your passions. That's another possible interpretation here. 11th house, this is Aquarius energy. And this is about your friendships, your social networks, your business networks, and also can have to do with your goals and your wishes. And yeah, you've got the 10 of Swords here. So something has ended. Some kind of friendship or association has ended. Okay, obviously there's new ones coming to replace it. You got the 3 of Swords here and that here, and this is in the house of relationship. So something has come to an end, some kind of association with somebody, and honestly, it's a relief. You've got this with Lotus. So Lotus says this is going to bring peace of mind. So I have a feeling maybe you've had a connection with somebody that, this Queen of Swords energy, you may be just sick and tired of something and being like, you know what, that's it. I'm ready to move on here from this person or situation. And if it doesn't seem to have to do with a particular person, although I feel strongly that it is for at least somebody here, then it might indicate the end, something coming to an end that is a relief that might actually now open the door for you to meet your actual goals. Okay. 12th house is Pisces energy. This is about what's hidden. There's a lot of elements to the 12th house here, the Pisces house, but the ones that seem to apply in readings, this is more about what you're afraid of, maybe what you're not, what you're hiding from people, not showing. You might even be hiding from yourself. Okay, and we have Earth with the 7 of Pentacles. Okay, so this is pretty clear. There's something that you've invested in, perhaps you've invested money in, or there's something that you are working on or working towards. And with the 7 of Pentacles, there may be some fear that, there's this evaluation period. Am I wasting my time? Am I putting time and energy into this, and this is not what this is just not, is it going to provide the security? Is it going to provide the financial security and other types of security that I want? So I feel like there's something where you've been putting energy into and you're stepping back and going, is this worth the investment? So, so there seems to be a fear about that. We are definitely seeing the idea of looking before you leap here. And there does seem to be some kind of association that's come to an end, but it does seem like whatever's ending, it's being replaced with new things. And whatever's going on here that's new, I think it's going to have a lot of really good potential for you. Career-wise, everything looks great. I mean, I think whatever has come to an end, you've got the winged disc. I mean, that's the best card in the cartouche deck. You can't, any opposition, you're going to be fine. Now, overall, you have fire with the Page of Cups. So Page of Cups definitely can indicate a new situation. It can indicate new love. Certainly it is the first steps or messages that are coming in related to something that it could be of an emotional nature, or could be from a water sign person, which would be Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Doesn't have to be. Sometimes it's an apology from somebody too. I don't know. There could be something, but there's kind of this almost vulnerable new beginning that's here. But I feel like pages bring good news and sometimes new love as well. And you have this with fire. So I feel like this is actually very inspiring for you, Capricorn. You are burning up and getting rid of crap that you don't need anymore. And you are moving towards making new beginnings for yourself that are actually more in tune with where your heart is, which I think is very important right now. And you may be very inspired in that direction as well. So let's see what the Wisdom of the Tao Oracle has to say for you here. So what does Capricorn need to know this week, February 20 through 26th? Okay, and your card here is called Sage. So I'll read to you first what's on the card. Life is a winding, exciting, and rewarding journey. You are here to learn from your personal experiences and to teach and inspire others. With each step, you gain wisdom and approach enlightenment with joy. Okay, and I'm going to look this up in the book and tell you what the book says, because the book this is one where I actually do want to read from the book. I don't normally do that, but with this one, there's so much in it that I feel like I do that. Okay, Lu Dongbin, Sage. Lu Dongbin is a teacher of worlds, both spiritual and physical. He was a man of humility and humor, a supreme teacher who inspired others with both his personal experiences and divine wisdom. Unlike the Jade Emperor, Lu Dongbin does not carry the energy of an overpowering commander, but rather that of a friend and confidant who can quickly and naturally alter the will of men. Encountering the card of Lu Dongbin means that fate has chosen you to learn from your life and the lives of others who are around you. Regardless of blessings and hurdles, of pain and pleasure, you will be able to welcome them with an alternate perspective and perhaps take on the journey as a sage. Be flexible and never give up, because you will reach your destination. You may enjoy this journey, even if it changes course, because your understanding of things has changed. Acknowledge the urge of wanting to know more. You drew this card because one of your life's purposes is to learn and teach. Interesting up here, right? Use sincerity and simplicity to reach others. A teacher is someone who was given a vision, who has something they are dying to express. This card coming to you is not a mistake. You possess both active and latent gifts as a teacher, healer, or counselor. Okay. The road may not be easy, but you will get there, if not via this current path, then via other paths. It is important to travel through many facets of human existence to seek truth and knowledge. The rewards will outweigh the difficulties of the complex voyage. You will become a teacher for others, but also a teacher for yourself. With each mistake and accomplishment, you teach yourself to become wiser. Enjoy life and live to the fullest what your fate and passion have led you to do. Just make sure you don't cross the threshold of excess. You execute the exact order of the cause and effect of karma. You will find the best solution to your quest. Don't be afraid to be ambitious. Outwardly, you seem to contemplate, yet in the background, you are full of action. It is unnecessary to use traditional means and learn from an institution. Learn by observation and doing. Lu Dongbin also brings you messages from the spirit world. Your deceased loved ones, including cherished animals, are sending you love. They are smiling from above. No space or time can separate you from them. People who are together in a lifetime share a destiny, and karma does not end with departure from the physical body. Closure allows those who departed and those who are left behind to move forward in peace. Okay, so yeah, as I said, there's a lot to these cards. So take that as it resonates, but yeah, so that is your message for this week. I do feel it resonates with everything else because there is definitely this strong sense of certain connections or pathways ending, new things opening up, you being ambitious and moving towards what you want. And again, with this Queen of Swords in the first house, this could be very strong teacher energy too, because this is somebody with a lot of knowledge. So I feel like there is something here perhaps that you have to teach to others. I mean, in the house of education, you have the magician, right? So, so yeah, so don't be afraid to try new things this week, Capricorn. I think that's what I'm saying. And certain endings, allow certain endings to happen because they are something that is meant to go, and you are absolutely ready for something new. That's it for this week. I hope this reading was helpful. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.